Annabelle Comes Home is a 2019 supernatural horror film written and directed by Gary Dauberman in his first directorial debut. Now, if the name Gary Dauberman sounds familiar, it's because he wrote Annabelle. He also wrote Annabelle Creation, The Nun, and this film. Not only that, James Wan serves as part of the other aspect where he served as producer and where he kind of came up with the story as well. Now, this serves as a sequel to the 2014 hit Annabelle and the surprise 2017 hit Annabelle Creation, which Annabelle Creation serves as a prequel to Annabelle and this film. So technically, Annabelle Comes Home is the third film in the Annabelle franchise, while the first Annabelle film is the second and Annabelle Creation is the first. Does that make sense? This is also the seventh installment in the Conjuring universe, and it stars McKenna Grace, Vera Farmiga, and Patrick Wilson. Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson do return as Ed and Lorraine Warren, respectively. Now, this is basically tells the story of the Annabelle doll and the story of the occult. We do get the story of the aspect of the confiscation of the Annabelle doll when this film opens up, where Debbie and Camilla say that the doll is doing certain things to them in their apartment. So, Ed and Lorraine take the doll from these two friends, and then, it's all the whole aspect of how everything starts. The interesting thing about this film is that it was released and touted as a film where, okay, what can we do to, move the story forward? Let's visit Ed and Lorraine Warren's small museum room of all things that are happening. This takes place entirely, in some aspects, different locations of in the house that Ed and Lorraine Warren live in. Great idea, great concept. I do want to say that this is my favorite of the Annabelle movies because not only is Annabelle front and center, she is, in a way, I do want to say she is, but she's not prominent as she was in Annabelle or Annabelle Creation. She's kind of put to the back of the closet, in a way, so to speak, and then other aspects of other things, artifacts that are in this room take center stage, like a TV or a possessed a monkey with the drums, if you know what I'm talking about, a bracelet or a necklace, a ring for that matter. Not only that, we have the aspect of a new character that's introduced called the Ferryman. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that character will be getting their own spin-off as well, if done right. Now, there are aspects to this film where it really moves the story along. I would call this the third Conjuring film because the presence of Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson as Ed and Lorraine Warren is so prominent that they themselves have to fight these demonic entities in their own home, for that matter. And this entity does play tricks on the kids' minds. Not only that, the aspect of how I want to say McKenna Grace is in this, it's as Judy Warren is really good. And she brings a different presence because she's a phenomenal actress. She's really, really good. And everybody sees these certain things happening, but then others don't. The, the scary thing about certain is also where we thought that this film would be about the werewolf case file of the Warrens and stuff like that. Well, that's shown and prominent in a really, really quick, I want to say 5-10 minute scene where it's a slow burn where we see the black shuck or the demon dog, I want to say, or whatever it's called in English folklore. That's prominent. So they took different aspects of the case files of the Warrens, different aspects of how to work with the certain artifacts that are in this small room, and where you shouldn't open certain things, shouldn't touch certain things. Were there jump scares? Yes, there were jump scares, but it could have been done in a different way. The aspect of this light that's in the young girl's room, where it's changing color, and then the Annabelle doll changes into the demon and attacks her, is great. The Annabelle doll being under the covers, great. A lot of these scares are in the official trailers before these films come out. I feel like if they don't show those, the movie would be better. But with Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as Ed and Lorraine Warren, it worked a lot because their characters made this movie move forward. When Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are in the beginning of this film, they're going through a difficult time as well. Because the whole aspect of the Conjuring universe, uh, Annabelle Comes Home, takes place in 1972. So, what can happen? And then the aspect of seeing someone behind Ed while Lorraine sees it is just creepy and crazy. They're both phenomenal, phenomenal actors, and they really give 110% when they play these roles. And it's absolutely mind blowing. Like I said, what really brought down this film is that Annabelle the doll wasn't really as prominent. The demonic entity that was attached to the doll was basically using the other artifacts in the room to scare and do certain things. A lot of homages to classic horror films, and Gary Dauberman really touched on that. And it's really great to see him in his directorial debut because he wrote the Annabelle films and he wrote The Nun. So why not give him a chance to direct one of these movies? He did a great job. I loved it. But the scares weren't there, and it felt like it was really, really low key. And I don't think they really knew what to do with the whole aspect of how to move things forward and how a cursed telephone would change certain things and a demon dog showing up. Well, they kind of did it, but hey, it could have worked, but it kind of didn't work. The film runs for 106 minutes long. It came out in June of 2019. It is the second movie in the Conjuring universe to be released in the same year. In April of 2019, The Curse of La Llorona was released, and then in June of 2019, this film was released. The movie had a budget between 25 to 35 million, and it grossed 231 million at the box office. So it was a semi-hit, but not as frightening as the Annabelle or the Annabelle Creation movie. For me, Annabelle Comes Home gets 2 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Annabelle Comes Home. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the aspect of Annabelle Comes Home being the third film in the Annabelle franchise and the seventh installment overall in the Conjuring universe? And what did you think about Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson returning as Ed and Lorraine Warren? Do you think their characters made the movie a little bit better? And if they weren't in it, do you think the movie still would have worked even though it would have been the focus of the Warren child? And did you like the demon dog in it? And what did you think about the aspect of the scares? Were you scared? Did you like the story? Or do you think something else could have been done? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. And let me know what rating you would give Annabelle Comes Home. And I do want to say, after all of these reviews, I'll also leave a link in the description box below to my review of the third Conjuring film, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I did my review on that when that film came out in June of 2021. So I'm doing all these reviews now, as you've seen. Let me know which one was your favorite, and do you think more things will be happening? Oh, and I also want to say that The Nun 2 has been greenlit. It has a release date of September 8th, 2023, which will be directed by Michael Chaves, who directed The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, and The Curse of La Llorona. I'm hoping The Nun 2 knows what they know what they're doing with the story, and I'm hoping the directing is good because really Corin Hardy did a phenomenal job with the first film. And still in development is The Crooked Man from The Conjuring 2. And let's see if we get a Ferryman movie. So we'll see what happens. I just want to say thank you for tuning into my reviews of the Conjuring Universe franchise. And let me know what movie is your favorite and what movie is your least favorite in this franchise. And I'll see you all in the next review video.